Well, welcome back to the channel. We are on to electrical. I got to finish outfitting all of the plugs in the house, all the light switches. We got to put in all the cam lighting lights and get all that done because we're trying to get done and be ready for our final electrical inspection. As you can tell, we got the heaters going and we're trying to warm this place up so we can work in here. But we're into 2024 and we're in the full swing and we'll get on with the electrical. So one of the lights electrical we have to do for final is this is the power coming from the fuse panel. They got the front porch light, the center main light of the room, and then the can lights for that. And so now we need to get all this hooked up now that we're done painting, and we'll get this hooked up so I can test all the lights. And now what I'm going to do is I'm going to take the connectors, I'm going to put them into the main feed from the fuse panel, and then then I'll run the wires off of this to actually connect up to the switches. And basically I have two different switches. I have the dimmer switch for the main can lights in the room, and then I have a regular switch for what will be the ceiling fan in the center of the house, and then also for the porch lights. So we're using two different switches, and we'll go ahead and start with the dimmer switch and get that one installed. And what I did here is with the other hot wire, I just wired those two together for the instructions, and we'll see. That should do it for the dimmer switch. Now we'll hook up the other two switches as well. All right, there you go. There's the first of our switch hookups. We've got the main can lights in the house, which are all of those right there. The center one is for that central fan light, and then the last one is for the actual porch lights that we have out here, right there. So we got all that hooked up, and now we'll move on to hooking up the rest of our switches here as we go. So what we're going to start with is the kitchen. Right here I've got the light switch that controls all the can lights, and then all of these are plugs, and we'll get all those in. That's for the microwave and vents there, and these are standard kitchen plugs around the kitchen. We've got one on that wall, and then one plug down here for the dishwasher. So we'll get your kitchen wired, and we'll go on from there. Well, many of you probably already know this about the plugs themselves, but for those that don't, the gold side is for the black hot wire, and the silver is for the white neutral wire, and then the green tab here is for the ground. So that way you've got again the hot wire, and then the white wire that will energize your plug. So I'm sure a lot of you have known that, but I figured I'd explain it as we're going along here. We have quite a few of these plugs to install, so we'll go ahead and get that. And then this one down here is for the range at the bottom of the floor here, and that is a whole different plug, and we'll cover that as we get ready to do that. But we'll get all these in, and then we'll be done with the kitchen. And all we're going to do for these wires is we're going to take each one, and we're going to make a loop. Like that, so that way we can put it around the screw on the side, and then we'll screw those down. we got that one done. We got 6 more outlets to go in the kitchen, and then this is completed. All right, well, we got the kitchen done with the exception of the plug for the range. I have to figure out from the plug on the range itself which kind I need. So we'll pick that up and we'll get that in probably last. But the kitchen's done, and now we'll move on to the main room and get all those plugs in as well. Well, it's about 30 something degrees in the house here. The bad weather has passed us by, but I can't fire up the fireplace because it's on the same circuit as all of these wall outlets. So I have to get these all in before I can actually turn on the fireplace and the heaters. So we'll get those installed and be one step closer to finishing up final electrical. All right, well, that's a little hard on my knees, man, but I managed to get all of them in around this entire room, and we're good to go there. So now we'll continue on with the outlets and the light switches throughout the house. Well, I'm making good progress. I got the master bathroom GFI plugs in and tested. And then I also got the lights for up here, a can light, and then the vanity light. Those are wired as well. So we're making good progress. I managed to also get the bathroom, the guest or toilet, and then the fan for the master shower, which is a later project. But we're making pretty good progress, and can't complain about that. In addition to that, I managed to get all of the plugs in the master bedroom done and tested as well. So again, good progress, and now we still have yet to wire up the light for the back porch and for the ceiling fan, but we'll get to that. I've got to buy some additional switches, but we're making good time. So we'll just keep at it. As you can see, my helper here is scraping, and we have a lot of this house to scrape all the drywall off. This is in preparation for the floor. We're still a ways away from the flooring, but while we're finishing off the electrical, we're gonna continue to clean up all of the sheetrock and texturing stuff that's on the floor and prep for floors as well. So we're just keeping at it, one set of projects at a time, but electrical is almost done. Well, here in the laundry room, I got the 2 plugs, standard plugs. That one's for the dryer and that one's for an ironing board and whatever. The plug over here is gonna take a special plug because I gotta figure out what the actual one that goes with the dryer, what that twist lock is, and then I'll get this one put in probably at the same time as a range, but at least we got all the plugs in here, and so we'll just continue on. All right, well, what we're putting in today is the dryer. This is a 30 amp plug, because we have a 30 amp switch in the panel for the dryer. And this is a 4-wire 12-4 or 12-3, sorry. And we're going to be hooking up the black, red, and white and the ground to this plug here. Well, we have the laundry room, the dryer plug in, and the laundry room is done. So the next thing we have is I have to get a 60 amp one of these for the range, and then we're done with all the plugs. So in each of the bedrooms, the master bedroom and here in the guest bedroom, I've got a single pole light switch here that controls the outside porch lights. And then what we're doing is I'm wiring in the fan and lights in here. And again, we got gold on this side is the load side for the fan, and then the blue is for the lights. And then the black screw right here is for the power in from the breaker box. So we'll get that wired up and then we'll give her a test and see what we've got here. There we go. We got it wired up. Now we'll just screw it into the wall and then we'll test everything. All right, so here we go with our test. We'll see what we got. Oh, we're good. So there we go, another set of lights down. All right, so we've got everything hooked up and we got the power on. So if we turn these switches on, right, I'll turn the fan on. We got power there. I don't know if you can hear it, but see that fan is actually going. We've got that one going. And then on the light itself, and then if we test this light here, we got power. So I'm pretty good with that. The guest bathroom has been wired. So I'm on the last switch here, and when I originally wired all this, I had it wired incorrectly and I had put my splits. So in order to make the ceiling fan work with a single pole switch, I had to take the red wire and the black wire for that fan and create one pigtail off of that, and then I need to pigtail off of this hot from the fuse panel to power the other two switches. So got a little bit of work here. I'll get that done and then I'll show you what it looks like. All right, so I got that done. So this is a pigtail from the red and the black to the fan. It's a fan motor and the light, and then the pigtail from the power that'll go to both lights. And then I've got the power to the switch to the outside lights. And then the pigtail to the grounds. So we've got that all set up, and I've got all my neutrals wire nutted together as well. So we'll go ahead and get these switches in. All right, we just have to install the switch plate on these, and then that's it for the lights and switches, and also for all of the plugs around the rooms. The whole house is entirely done, and that's pretty incredible stuff. So the next thing we have to do is actually put the lights that I bought for all of the canned lights in the house, and that's next up, and we'll get that installed. It's all the lighting throughout the house, and then we'll test everything one final time. All right, one of the last things we have to do doing our electrical final is to get the smoke detectors in. We're using the FireX smoke detectors. They're wired in. There are two types. There's the hardwired with a battery backup, and then there's the battery backup or battery operated ones themselves. This is pretty simple to put in. It's just a 3-wire connection that plugs directly into the back of the smoke detector, and then this mounts into the electrical box that we have in there. So let's go ahead and get this thing hooked up. Again, we put in a 14-3 wire here, so we have a black, a white, and a red, and we have the same on the corresponding plug for the thing as well. And there we have it. We got the last of the electrical done. We'll finish off the other two and be out of here with that. All right, so with all those things done, we've got the all the plugs installed. We got all of the light switches installed, and we got the smoke detectors installed. Next up, we have all the ceiling fans to do, and lights in the bedrooms, in the bathrooms, and then all of the can lighting. So that's our next adventure, is to get that done, and then we should be ready for our final inspection. So if you like this type of thing, please remember to like and subscribe, and hit the bell for notifications when new videos are uploaded. And please make sure to leave some comments. I definitely love to get them. Anyway, thanks for watching.